en día la desinformación se encuentra en todas partes. ¿Podrán los californianos diferenciar lo real de lo falso?
¿De qué estás hablando?
¡Qué barbaridad!
Sí, el fútbol es una cosa muy importante de nuestra cultura mexicana.
O sea, nos van a quitar la emoción de estar ahí, 20,000 personas en un estadio.
Eso no lo quitamos.
Claro que no, por nada del mundo.
No hay lugar para la duda cuando defiendes lo que amas. Got milk?
What's good, mi gente? It's your host here, Melany Movez, and you're watching Blacktinidad, where we talk about everything that's Latino, but Black as F. Today, we have a very important guest on our show. You guys may recognize her from the hit Netflix show, Gentified, Julissa Calderon. Julissa, ¿cómo tú estás, mijita?
Estoy bien, gracias.
Yeah, oh, that's amazing. All right, so you don't have that much time with us, so let's jump right into it. All right,
let's do it.
So let's talk about what's going on. You know, Gentified got you a lot of stuff. You got this new campaign going on, Toma Leche. Talk about the campaign, Got Milk, Toma Leche.
Yeah, Got Milk, Toma Leche, whatever you want to say. It's a super cool campaign. I mean, I'm super just thankful to have been chosen to be a part of it and collaborate with them because as we know, like Got Milk is iconic. We was kids, I remember this campaign. So to be a part of it now is kind of like a little check off your like bucket list that you didn't think that was gonna happen or that you didn't even just think period about it. So I'm really excited about it. It's literally just, the campaign is called Never Doubt What You Love. And it's just telling people and reminding people to not doubt milk. I think over time and over the years, we've gone in like a plant-based road and everything that we do is kind of like steering away from milk and we're trying to cancel milk. And so this is kind of just bringing it back and trying to tell people to never doubt what they love.
Misinformation spreads so easily these days that even the things we love are in question. For milk, that means former cookie dunkers and bottom of the cereal bowl slurpers are starting to feel doubt. But a new campaign from the California Milk Processor Board, the creators of the iconic Got Milk, simplifies it all. Never doubt what you love. I'm Julissa Calderon, and I've partnered with the creators of Got Milk to put Californians to the test. When given misinformation, will they doubt the most wholesome goodness of the things that they love?
¿De qué estás hablando?
¡Qué barbaridad!
Sí, el fútbol es una cosa muy importante.
We're hitting the streets of California to talk to people about the things that they love most. But we have a hidden agenda. We want to see if people will doubt what they love when presented with misinformation. So no lo quitamos.
Claro que no, por nada del mundo.
For example, did you know that health officials say holding tacos over time can cause tacoed hand, which is the leading cause of arthritis amongst Latinos? Or that grandmothers who always feel cold are responsible for burning more fossil fuels than oil companies? Huh, I didn't know that. And that's because none of it is true. But if someone you trust told you something that absurd with a straight face and a news camera, you might start to wonder, wait, is that true? And that's exactly what we're going to do. Infuse a little doubt.
La emoción de estar ahí, 20,000.
This campaign is a series of interviews where we hear how and why people try to defend the things that they absolutely love. I'm at the center of the inside joke, and I'm milking it with every conversation I have. Got milk? The Never Doubt What You Love campaign drops today, and you can watch interviews at gotmilk.com, tomaleche.com, or follow my journey on @tomaleche and @gotmilk IG and Twitter to witness how people respond when they navigate the tricky realities of loving something they're told is falsely bad for them, while we encourage them to follow their gut and say goodbye to misinformation.
Okay, dope. That's amazing. That's amazing that you got on the Got Milk campaign. You're so right. That's such an iconic, that's like Calvin Klein type. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be in that ad. You know what I mean? That's so amazing. So let's talk about Gentified and anything else that you got going on. And how do you feel about being like the representative for like the Afro-Latinx culture here on the mainstream and how that's gonna, you know, play forth in like your role in Hollywood?
Yeah. Well, I feel like every time I get this question, this like, how do you feel about being the face of Afro-Latinidad? I'm like, I don't think I'm the face of Afro-Latinidad. I'm thankful that people think of me like that way, right? I think that that's really cool. I think, I don't know if there's a blueprint ever to, in what to follow or in what to leave behind, but I always say that if there's anyone I'm gonna bet on, it's always gonna be on myself, just because I feel like I hold myself to like a different standard, like different morals. And so I love that the people are like, yeah, girl, you're the face of Afro-Latinidad. I'm like, great, great, great. Don't put all the pressure on me, because I am human.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of Afro-Latinos. That's a lot of pressure, girl.
And it's pressure, and it's a lot of, and it's like, I'm human at the end of the day. I will mess up, so don't hold me to that. But I also feel like at the same time, like, if not me, then who, right? I want to make sure that like I do right by my people. I feel like I am very I'm very truthful in who I am and where I stand, and everything about me, being a Dominican girl, being a girl from the East Coast, just all of that. I'm very transparent and honest, and so I'm thankful that I'm I guess called that, because I want people to understand, or I guess if they see me living in my truth, that they can live in theirs, and feel free to do
Yes, and that's so dope. And I think, I mean, as much as this is a very humbling place for you, this is something that is so important to the rest of us, that when we are seen, that we can see ourselves in those positions. So kudos to you, congratulations to you. So we're no longer, hidden,
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a great thing. Like, thank you. I appreciate that like 1,000 times. Because again, I win, you win, we all win. We win.
We winning. All right. So Hispanic Heritage Month is coming up, and we know that we can't change the past, but we can redefine it and create a future. So what is one way you would like to see us Latinos break barriers in the future?
I mean, I think that we're breaking barriers every day, right? Look at like this interview right now, and look at who's doing it on one side and who's on this side, right? We're usually not the type of women that I would say, quote unquote, are on the face of magazines or in commercials or doing things like this. And I think so every single day we're breaking that mold of showing that Latinidad does not look one way, and it's not just from one country, and it's not just one accent. Like we're so different across the board. And so I think that this is just great. Even playing off of like Gentified, right? I mean, there's other shows that came before Gentified, but the fact that I'm playing this Dominican Afro-Latina activist that wears her hair out curly, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
It is on a platform such as big as Netflix. And so I think that is a beautiful thing. I think we're moving in the right direction. We're still not there. I cannot say that we're like, we've gotten there and we're so like, yeah, we did it, we're doing it. We're not. We still have a few more doors to open, but I think Hollywood is trying to understand it and trying to get it. And if they're not, we're making them get it.
Yeah, we're definitely making noise, and I think that starts with us to make sure that we're in the room. So we're teaching them the things that maybe they weren't aware of, and then we're also allowing them the space and the grace to unlearn a lot of the stereotypes and a lot of the things that were perpetuated that weren't necessarily true. And when you look at history, how that has presented how we look now here in the present.
I love that. I love what you just said. Like, also unlearning, like there's a lot of things to unlearn, even amongst ourselves, right? Well, I think this generation now of us, we're unlearning a lot of the things that we were told and as growing up, even though sometimes our parents said these things and trying to protect us, and sometimes they said it and not trying to protect us, but we're unlearning. So now the fact that we're understanding and we're getting more knowledge is for us to pass it on and make sure we do better. So
absolutely. Here at LATV, we're saying that Hispanic Heritage Month went from a week to a month, but we trying to make it a lifetime. So how do you think we can truly make a mark in this world, in the community, for a lifetime?
I think that's a good question. You know what? I think it's literally living in our truth and saying what we just said right now, right? It's like continuing to like teach, to give the knowledge, and to stand in our truth. I think that's the biggest thing, right? I think it's really interesting when people are like, oh my God, I feel like I get this a lot, how like I'm constantly talking about being Dominican. They're like, dang, you always talk about it. I'm like, but this is who I am. Like, this is not me like trying to say this. Dominicans and so many other countries are so proud. We're so proud of who we are. We're always like showing our flag. We're always doing those things. So I think just continuing to do that is showing people how much we love ourselves and who we are and where we come from and our raíces. And so if we continue to do that, how can that be just a month thing? That's like an everyday thing. I mean, if you go on my platform, you're gonna see the flag at least once a week. So, like that's not changing.
You're see it in my stories every day. I have some Puerto Rican something in my story every day, girl.
So we're doing the work right now. That's it right now. Just doing that, you doing that, me doing that. How many other people are not doing it as well? And then even people that follow you and follow me, right? They're seeing it and it's giving them that confidence to also be like, you know what, let me rep for my people.
Absolutely. And I was just thinking that too. I was like, all of that, but also like collaborating and passing the baton, right? To make sure that like that legacy is going to continue to go forth and it's going to go forth in a positive light. So that's so amazing. You're definitely trailblazing, setting the pathway for that, being a woman of color, a Black woman, a Black Latina woman representing for us. And I'm so happy and humbled to be able to sit here and interview with you. You have so much more to go. And I'm excited to see like where your pathway leads. And obviously, as we cross paths, I'm just excited to do that as well.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate it, truly.
Of course. Thank you so much for sitting down with us here. All right, you guys, that was Julissa Calderon from Gente 5, updating us on all her Black Latina glory. And this is Melany Movez. You've been watching Blacktinidad.
La desinformación se encuentra por todos lados hoy en día, pero ¿hará que los californianos duden de lo que aman?
¿Qué? No creo que así funcione.
No estoy de acuerdo de eso.
De seguro esos científicos no comen tacos.
Los tacos deberían de ser un derecho humano.
Aunque le dé artritis.
Es que no me va a dar artritis por comerme los tacos.
No hay lugar para la duda cuando defiendes lo que amas. Got milk?